Page 51, Your Move. So this is an improv and performance piece where you get to improvise, but they're going to tell you what they want you to do in the improvising. The idea is to get your head out of the music so much and start thinking about what the music is doing. So I'm not focusing so much on what's written. I want to focus on what I want to do and how I want to adjust what's written to what I want it to be. It's a different kind of thinking, and it's going to take a while to get into it if you're not used to it, like me. I'm not used. So I want to talk about this Your Move. Let's start with the right hand. You can tell by all the accidentals right here, this is going to be a blues piece, blues style music. Starts out simple enough in the first with the E, C, and then we have the E, B flat. That B flat is a blues note because we're in the key of C major already. And that's good because that is one of the notes in a blues scale if you play it on C. That's it. So this is fine. And that's the first line, yeah, okay. Second line, look out. We have here. And then here. I don't see anything tricky about that. They're just the A flat. When you lower the note like that, you make it a blues note, and they're simply resolving it or following it with the regular note. They're doing that here too. That's fine. Third line, same thing. And then here. I'll talk about that last line in a minute. I want to go up and talk about the left hand. In the left hand, we got these blues notes going on, and you'll notice each one is resolving a half step up. So it's followed by its regular note. And watch the fingering. 4 and then 2, 1. It's here. And that's it for the most part until you see a little different in the second line, couple of measures. I use a 1, 2, 1, 2 fingering because I don't like using the same finger all the time. Your pattern of 1, 2, 1, 2 is up to you. Occasionally you might play 2 1s together or 2 2s together, but for the most part it's going to alternate. Experiment and see what feels good to you. Okay. And then the third line, you can get that, I'm sure. Let's go down and talk about the last line. For the left hand, it's no big deal, you get chords. Cover the left hand, we're done with that, cool. Right hand, let's see what's happening. The written stuff is here. Kind of boring actually. So what they want you to do is they want you to improvise on this. What we've got to do here, according to what they're saying, is we're going to play this last line 3 times. We're just going to see that it's surrounded by repeat signs. That means you're going to repeat it at least once, which means you'll play it at least twice. But here they're telling you to play it 3 times. The first time they want you to play it as written. Ugh, boring. The second time they want you to add the blues notes where indicated, the asterisk notes. So at the beginning, instead of here, you're going to play a blues note, which is a half step lower. So it's here. So it's here. Fingering wise, we'll get to that in a minute. So here. I went really quick because I want you to be able to sit down and kind of figure it out for yourself. The third time, they want you to change it up. Play part of it is written and part of it with blues notes. It's entirely up to you how it is. When we do the play with me thing, I'm on that third time through, I'm going to play it with blues notes, but I'm going to play lightly because I want you to just improvise. Just if you want to play it as written, do that. If you want to play 1 measure is written and 1 measure blues and 1 measure written and 1 measure, that's fine. If you want to play 2 measures written and 2 measures blues, that's fine. It's up to you how you do it. So just experiment. If you add the blues notes, I shouldn't say if, I should say when you add the blues notes, you are going to add them, right? For the last line, watch the fingering. They're telling you to start with third finger, it's fine. That would be a G flat on it because it's a blues note. and then fourth finger, and then second finger on the E flat. Well, I recommend you put a thumb on the E natural, because you need, I would say, second finger on the G flat and the third finger on the G, so you can hit the C with your little finger. Second measure is the same. I'll show you again. It's third, 4, 2, 1. That's all. I'm just staying in here because I need to be in this position, more or less, and putting thumb there puts me there. So the next one is G flat, and then 3 and 1. And then for the third measure, you just reach down, fourth finger on the G flat, second finger on the E flat. You may have to take a pencil and write those finger numbers in, but you'll figure it out, because if you're not using the right finger numbers, it won't work. You'll get all twisted and tied, and you think, wait a minute, I can't do that. Now for the acoustic jamming at the bottom, the part they're giving is for the last line only. So I'm not going to bother to play it. If you have somebody there handy, you have them play it. If you have a recording device where you can record yourself, you record it and you can play it, but you only play it with the last line. So since we're not playing it with the whole thing, I'm not going to provide it right now. But now the electronic jamming thing they have at the bottom, the note, if you have an electronic keyboard or some such thing, you can put your register on whatever they're saying it is. And the rhythm could be rock or jazz. I recommend jazz. If you do the rock rhythm, then you're probably going to play the eighth notes even. So since this is a bluesy style thing, then I would recommend you swing the eighth notes, so I would recommend you use a jazz rhythm, because that's more of a long, short rhythm. There's a DCL fine at the end of it, which means go back to the top and go to fine. And fine, you'll see, is on the third line. Toward the end of the line, it ends with that chord. We're done. So that's what we're going to do in the play with me. We're going to go all the way down to the all 4 lines. We're going to play the last line 3 times, and then we're going to go back up and we're going to do the first 3 lines again. Most of the third line. But you get the idea, I hope. We're going to go really, really, really slow. You can speed it up on your own. I say that a lot, but I mean it a lot. I'm going to give us 4 counts, and we're going to swing the eighth notes because this is a blues style. Hands where they go. Okay. 1 and 2 and ready and go, and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Notes. Repeat again, you do it. 2. To the top.